Hey, you chickadees. I'm Lay Rooster. You're in the hen house, and we got some news today about officers in Star Trek Fleet Command. I was logging into the game, like, of course, I'm going to do every day, and you do every day. And then I popped in, I saw the little billboard, the drive in movie theater. That's what I think it is, and had a little light, and I clicked on it, and boom, something about officer sourcing. What? And so what we're going to look into the officer sourcing and talk about what we've got and what we found so far. So let's check that out. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get into it. All right, it says officer sourcing phase 1, levels 30 plus. All right, so just this one's brief, and this is going to be a short little video about this. But as we cover it, it says many of you gave feedback over the last year about how to better source these beloved officers, Star Trek officers, etc. They're happy to announce that starting today, we'll release a first step in an improved distribution of these officers. Players level 30 plus will see significantly larger officer pool in their Ultra Recruit chest that includes dozens of officers released since launch. They said due to the bigger pool size, we'll also increase the number of shards given each pool by 20%, meaning 12 shards instead of 10 in the Ultra Recruit chest. And they're thanking us for our feedback as players and noting that they're going to give out 800 Ultra tokens to everybody of all levels, which means one full pull of the Ultra Recruit chest. You probably know how many it takes because we just had the officer sourcing for Borgston and everything needing that Ultra Recruit event. So with the changes in the Ultra Recruit chest, it's probably going to play out in future Ultra Recruit chest events as well. So let's check that out. But one thing just to start off is like this is good because this is movement in an area that is really stagnating in Star Trek Fleet Command, and has been. There are plenty of officers that are harder to get, and it takes a while unless you're willing to open that pocketbook, and even sometimes open that pocketbook only during certain times, which is kind of frustrating. And no one really likes to feel pressure unless you just love spending that stuff. And, some do, but this is a game that caters to everybody, including people who are free to play and are going to do a slow grind or only spend a little bit. The little dolphins and the minnows and the guppies and that kind of thing. Let's see. So, as we look at the game here, wanted to go into my chest here just to start. I've got here is the Ultra Recruit token thing. We have looks like we have 3 days to claim it. Obviously, I'm going to claim it now, but I thought I'd claim it on stream. So boom. So we got 800, which is good. I had to spend mine out in order for the Ultra Recruit event that we just had, that I'm sure people remember. I'm going to hit the hands and help because we're doing that Unity event. I haven't had a chance to dig in and play. I'm going to do it later on my stream on Twitch tonight. So we've got that. That gives us some of the officers. And then just taking a peek behind the scenes in the game, going into the recruit section. All right. So when we look in, here's the Ultra Recruit, and notice that there are a whole lot of pictures of officers here that, they should be familiar to you, but they are not the ones that we used to see. And we see some interesting ones. So let's take a look here. I tend to sit on a lot of my polls waiting for officer events because I don't spend on officers typically. And I like to just save up and hope I can complete events. That worked for me in the last event, but it pretty much cleaned me out too. So now when we open this Ultra Recruit, and you can see, whoa, right? I mean, I'm on the PC app with a big resolution, so you can see a lot of officers, but there's a ton of officers here now compared. And, we've seen 5 of 10 jumping in. TOS Kirk, I know that a lot of people have been working on TOS Kirk. Hiding behind the rooster, which I don't know if I can show you, is Geordie LaForge and Deanna Troy. But here's Riker as well. 10 of 10. And, Lorca, definitely to note here. We got the Mud officers, Eurydice and all that. And, and everything. So lots of officers down there. TOS Uhura, great one in territory capture and PvP, that kind of thing. So, there's Beverly Crusher. So we see a bunch of folks. Picard is not in here, of note. And of course, there are some others not in here, but just the amount that's in here is cool. Now, what that does mean, it means is the pool for pulling, not the pull for pulling or the pool for pooling. It means the pool is spread out more. So every pull you have is going to perhaps be more spread. So it may take longer to get the officers in that are in here. But, in some ways also a lot of people have really been saying, well, how am I going to get Riker? How am I going to get TOS Kirk? Some of these folks, Lorca, my God, Lorca's like a myth. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I know there are ways, but at my level and not being willing to spend on some of this stuff, it's like, well, I just assume I find ways to play without. But these folks are going to be available, even if it's just a slow and steady wins the race kind of approach. So that's good to know. So we got that. And these folks are coming out. So again, this is a positive upgrade. And in the event notes, we did see that it said it was phase one, in which I know this is Scopely. I mean, phase one implies there's a phase two and three and things like that. Like there are more changes to come, and that would be great. And that's what we're definitely hoping for. And hopefully it's not a, coming soon like, the Armadas and things like that, trademark Scopely type of thing. But, I think Scopely also knows that we think that way about them. So if they're going to say phase one at this point in the game, they're saying we're listening to your feedback, it would really, as we say in the South, it would behoove them in order to kind of like respond and be more responsive on this. So let's hope that that's what they do. Now, other kind of surprising and pleasant surprise thing here is as we're in the recruit section, just want to move over. Look, we see added to the transporter patterns, TOS Spock, which, whatever, but Giorgio. Now, Giorgio is one I'm actually looking for. She's the burning officer de jour. And I am, I wasn't sure how I was going to get her. I mean, like could I please get her is what I've been working on, and I'm working on my auger right now at my level, so I definitely want her for that in the burning crew and the new improved burning crew. So that's a great officer that's there. So they've added a couple to the transport. They didn't even say that in there, but it is right here. Shout out to Rev Deuce for helping to point some of that out as well. And then, so just the ultra recruit boosting, and Giorgio in particular being available. These are really good stuff. Good stuff. If they are telling us that this is phase one and we're going to see phase two and hopefully three and maybe more, and they're going to add a few more transporter patterns or add some people to some of the other recruit pools that we have in the game that have gotten stale and things like that, because there might be one or two. That would be really great. So I just wanted to get that information out and just talk about it. And I'm curious about your thoughts about it. And I'd like to hear down below, are you worried more about diluting the pool of officers when you make a pull? Or are you excited about the opportunity to freely, even if it's slowly, grind away and get some of the things that you need? So there's some, I think there's some cool stuff there. I think this is a move in the right direction. So I just wanted to get a quick video out there kind of talking about that and getting your opinions. So comments down below. Please like the video and subscribe. It really helps. We're making a push. We just cleared 300 subscribers and we want to push towards that 500 close and to infinity and beyond, of course. But that really helps out and I appreciate it quite a bit. So I want to give you some news and check down below for the link to the Discord where you can have more unfettered conversation and tell me about stuff and talk with the community and with me about things you want to do, what you want to see, as well as check for the Twitch link so you can find the live streams. And I live stream on YouTube on Star Trek Fleet Command on Sunday mornings around 9 a.m. Pacific time every Sunday, barring some exceptions that I'll announce via Discord. So check all that stuff out, and I appreciate you hanging with me. Cock-a-doodle-doo.